What's up, y'all? You're now tuned in to the Just a Tip podcast. It's me, Tiptastic. Woo! It feel like it's been a minute. I apologize because I know it's been a minute. Your boy been grinding. He been working, juggling a lot of things at this time. But as you can see, I'm not here alone. Y'all see this beautiful lady right beside me. To my left, we got Miss Alexis. Yeah, I got it right. See,
All right.
I was practicing before camp. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was practicing. I was messing it up. But yeah, we have her with us today. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Nah, what? I don't think they can hear that. How you doing? I mean, you can use
I
your
am
inside.
good.
There we go.
Who
No,
saw?
yeah, who's
Woosah.
Relax. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. You in good hands. I promise
Okay.
you. So I have a segment called 7 Minutes to Get Your Shit Off. So that's 7 minutes. You can do anything, talk
Ooh.
about anything you want.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start us off.
Okay.
I got 7 minutes to get my shit off. Before we came here today, man, I got a call from my co-host, Javion Bishop. If y'all don't know, my boy is locked up.
They won't let him out.
He gonna get out though. He gonna get out though, man. And I ain't heard from him in months, man. I've been waiting on that phone call. So for him calling me right before the show, I know the show was gonna be epic, and it was gonna be one of them ones. So yeah, man. Shout out to my brother Javion Bishop, man. Free my brother. So that's part of the 7 minutes.
Okay.
Go on. You can introduce yourself again. Tell them your IG. And tell them where to
Okay.
find you. Tell
So
them
hey, I'm
something
Alexis, co-founder of Goddess Body Aftercare for Cosmetic Surgery and Botox. Y'all can hit me on Instagram at LEXI0082. So basically, I just came here to, put some good information out for the women.
Okay, but see, y'all don't be going in depth, man. Tell them like what you got going on. Like tell them about your business.
Okay, so like I said, my business is Aftercare for Cosmetic Surgery, and I also do Botox. So me having this business is personal because I came from nothing. Like when I say nothing, I mean nothing. Like I was in shelters, I was in prison. So like for me, like I have a story.
You have a story.
I have a powerful story.
Powerful story.
Yes.
So you basically turn some heads and have these people tuning in, listening to you, right? Okay, so let's get to that story.
Okay.
All right. You said you went to prison, so we're gonna start there.
Okay.
What happened? Why did you end up going to prison? Like, what did you do? Because just coming out meeting
So-
your energy feel real good. So I want to know what were you doing to get yourself?
Okay, so it all my bullshit started. My cousin got killed by the police department. And so, of course, I kind of acted out in the protesting. So they arrested me in the protesting. But I had already had a Fed case prior to that.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you
for
bad.
transporting immigrants. So, like, it was like a whole protest, because my cousin was 15 when he got killed by the police department. So the PD basically said, since they didn't want it all over the media, because it was all over the media already, they said they would let me out, but I had to leave the town.
Oh, so what town was this?
So this is Wharton County.
Wharton. Shout out to Wharton. Were they the Tigers or something?
Yeah. So I ended up moving to San Antonio, going to college out there. But then I met my baby daddy, and obviously I was I like drug dealers and everything else. I was attracted to bullshit. So I ended up in prison behind one of his dope cases.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you took the charge?
No. Everything was in my house. He was an immigrant. He's from Trinidad and Tobago. So I got charged.
Oh, damn. So how much time did you have to spend behind bars?
I did 6 years day for day.
6 years day for day. So, all right, coming from Wharton, like, what was your mentality going in? Like, what was that day like?
Well, first off, my stepdad and my brothers are like, you made your bed, you know the game, take it like a G, suck it up. So I went in with that mentality, like, I'm going to go in and go. They were like, you're going to make parole. It's okay. You're like, it's not that serious. So that's what we thought. But it was that serious because when I got there, they affiliated me as STG. If you ever been to TDC, that means you're a security threat group.
Mm.
So they made it like my family were gang members. So they STG'd me, which put me in the life sentence pod in the penitentiary. Even
Oh,
though I wasn't a
wow.
life sentencer,
Oh,
my family
wow.
criminal history put me there.
Mm.
So of course I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like what the fuck? Like I'm from Wharton. We don't have gangs.
Hold on. Allegedly.
We don't have gangs in Wharton.
Allegedly. So you end up going to jail. So you over there life sentencing. So that's like you with the murderers.
Yes. They have
All that.
everybody have been there for a long time. Like literally everybody on the bottom row had to do 10 years before they hit the top row. So they had to do another 10 years on the top row before they hit population. So they had to do 20 years in that one pod before they hit population.
Wow. So what was your experience, man? Did you get, hold on, because I got to ask me, did you get into any scraps?
I got into 2 fights, one with my roommate and one with the officer.
Hold on, all right. I need to hear both of these. I got to hear both of these.
So the officer, I got into it with her because they is it called 2G or 3G where you have to do like 6 months in like a lockdown thing. Well, the
Okay.
officer was trying to mess with me and it was a female officer, but I didn't want to mess with her. So they just came up to me and locked me up and said that I had tried to establish a relationship with
Oh.
the officer and I didn't know what was going on. I just turned her down.
Mhm.
I'm like, what? I had never been in trouble in prison at all. That was like my first time getting in trouble. Mind you, I already did like 4 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you did 4 years squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean.
And then
In the Christian pod. Like, yeah.
okay. And so what happened with your roommate, your cellmate?
He was stealing. She was stealing from me. She thought he was a he. She who thought she was a he.
Oh,
Yeah.
she was stealing from you?
Yeah.
She stole your noodles?
She was stealing my food and my stamps to ride home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so that happened. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a businesswoman now.
hmm
So what changed? Like what mentality when you went in? What changed when you said when you come out you was gonna do things different?
My kids,
Okay. Mother, how
Yeah.
many?
5.
You got 5 kids.
Yeah. And I had to fight for them when I came home. I didn't come home and they were like handed back to me. I had to fight for them.
Shout out to you. So what was it? What did you have to fight with?
Well, one of my kids was with her father. 2
Mhm.
of them were with their grandparents. So in their eyes, it's like, no, you're not getting your kids back.
Mm. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So did they ever bring them to you where you was locked up?
No. My parents had 2 of my kids, and those are the only 2 that I've seen. Every weekend they came.
Oh,
Yeah. But the other 3, no.
okay. Because cause you said 5. I'm like, man, hold on. You don't even look that like, oh.
My oldest is 25.
Hold on, what?
Yes. He's a
How-
teacher for Lamar.
Wow.
He's a football coach and a teacher.
Shout out to Lamar Consolidated. And he's a teacher. So how old are you?
I'll be 41 next month.
What?
In a few weeks.
In a few weeks. Oh, so you're a Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You just missed the cut of real season Aries season. If y'all didn't know, Aries right here, big Aries.
That's
Okay.
my daughter's name.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Is she an Aries?
No, she's a Gemini.
Shout out to the Geminis though. Like y'all don't understand how much love I have for the Geminis. Like y'all be talking all that stuff, but they the real deal. And shout out to my cousin Bridget. She just popped on. She just had a solar return. So happy 60th. Boom on the Just Tip podcast. K-Town stand up. Yeah, because I'm from a small town from Kendleton, Texas, if you did not know.
Okay, no, I didn't know. But
Yeah.
I know Kendleton.
You know what I'm saying? That's, shout out to the hometown. So from that, when you got out, what was the challenges coming out?
Just trying to adapt because I was gone so long. Like
Okay.
trying to just adapt. Like I literally didn't know how to use a phone, nothing. Like and then like my son was working for a steakhouse here in Houston. So he literally got me a job. So I started working 3 days after I came home and everything was like new. But that business knew my background. So they were very gentle with me.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Try to Sal, which is now like Avenida Brazilian Steakhouse in Stafford.
Okay. Shout out. So they gave you your shot when you got back out.
Mm-hmm.
And it only took 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
I started working in 3 days.
that's a blessing because some people that come out, they be stuck at the house for months.
Yeah. And I had my son right beside me there working with me.
So how was that? Like, how was that experience? Because y'all ain't been together like 6 years.
But my son was there every weekend to see me.
And so y'all just had that relationship like, Mom, I
Mhm.
got you.
Yeah.
All right, see, man, shout out to your son. That's the Lamar, right?
Yes.
That's the teacher?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to him. Coach and everything.
Mhm.
So with that, after that, okay, so you went there. What was the next step?
Next step was basically saving my money, getting a house so I could have somewhere to bring my kids.
Okay, because you was telling me about like assistance
Mhm.
that you.
So I couldn't get assistance.
Mhm.
So when I came home, it was like, oh, there's all kind of Section 8, food stamps, all this. Well, of course they gave, as a felon, they automatically give you food stamps when you come home. But it's for a limited time. Yeah.
What was the limit?
I don't know because now that I got them then, but once I got my kids back and I put them on it, the caseworker was like, because you're a felon, we can't include you in it. We could only include your children. So they gave it to me for the children, but I wasn't on it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just really depends on the caseworker if they're shitty or not.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, man,
Yeah.
I remember growing up, right? My mom, food stamps. I'm like thinking, because you know them little, what they were showing on
Paper
TV.
back in the day.
I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, bro, we poor like that because.
Hey, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, what?
Nothing because.
Nothing. Shout out. Like, nothing to be ashamed of. Never be ashamed of that.
Hey, y'all kids was bullies, man. I'm just going to.
For real.
Because
now they're trying to buy them.
Hello. Like, what? Like, I'm looking out as a grown man now. I'm like, bro, man, I wish I had this food stamps because I'm like,
yep.
Bro, I don't want to. I'm tired of paying for food out.
Exactly.
Government, y'all like, can y'all pay for my food? Can y'all do that for me? So, what made you start your business though?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So my daughter has a stepmom.
Mhm.
She kept my daughter when I was so they got full custody of my daughter when I went to prison. And she was one of the reasons I ended up going to prison too, because I ended up fighting her while I was on probation.
Hold up, bro. Hold on. You and daughter was scrapping?
No, the stepmama.
The stepmom?
Yeah.
I've been there before.
So anyway, so she was part of my journey of going to prison because she went to testify on me all the way to San Antonio. Like, she literally, because I caught my case in San Antonio in Bexar County. She literally went all the way to Bexar County and the Wharton Police Department too. The Wharton Police Department and her testified on me when I caught that dope case behind my baby daddy. But anyways, I love her. I forgive her. She's part of my journey.
Yeah.
So when I had my surgery, I told her, I was like, yeah, there's like money in it. The aftercare is expensive. She's a nurse practitioner.
You had your surgery for?
I had my body done, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
And I told her, I was like, the aftercare is more expensive than the actual surgery. And I was like, this would be a good business. So her being a nurse practitioner, she put me in the business. She opened my business for me.
Oh, wow.
She funded it.
Went from scrapping
to being my blessing.
Wow.
When I came home.
I'm not, do y'all hear how powerful that is? Like, y'all was scrapping.
She testified on me.
Testified on you.
In a whole nother county.
And came back and then put you in a position like.
To be where I'm at today.
That's crazy. So, you said you got work done. So, you got, what, ass, titties, what else?
Tummy tuck.
Tummy tuck. Okay. So why'd you end up doing that?
I don't know. Honestly.
So you don't know why?
You know what? It was like something I always wanted, but I knew I could never afford because, I'm from the hood. But.
Warden ain't the hood.
Yes, it is.
How?
It's the hood.
How?
I mean, if you grew up on the east side, it's the hood.
Huh?
Yeah, it's the hood. The little neighborhood I grew up in back in the day, it was the hood.
See, I'm sorry, man. I'm from the country. If you said it's the woods,
The hood.
I'll be like, okay, like I
I mean,
agree.
to me,
It's the
I mean,
woods, like,
I seen a
but
lot of bad things where where I came from, like a lot. When I say a lot, like a lot. Like my son, he has a powerful story, and he has a powerful story on his own. I was 15, but going on 16 when I had him. I had him in the streets with me. He's seen when I say he's seen everything. He's seen my house being shot at.
hold on. So you saying your house was getting lit up?
Yeah, number of times.
See, man, we got a whole like real life power situation going on here on the podcast because like you growing up around like basically all this chaos.
Hmm.
Kid coming and testifying against you, you going through all that and got in trouble 4 years in the pen. You get out, get a job for your son, blessed you, boom. Then your daughter come out, boom, blessed you. And you here now, you like you can really share that, and you really out here right now on this podcast sharing that type of story, and you have your own business.
And my younger kids don't even know the powerful story I have because they have been sheltered since I've been home.
Okay, so they don't even know this part.
No, my kids don't know. A lot of the younger ones, because I have two 17-year-olds and I have a 14-year-old, they don't know the trauma me and the older two went through because they were so sheltered. Like, I literally drive them to a whole nother school. Even though I live in Rosenberg, I drive them to a whole nother area to go to school because I feel like it's a better school.
Wow. Don't say that too much because you know that I don't want them school district to be like, what's she doing?
No, my son's a teacher, so they can go to any school. Bam.
Oh, so see, boom, she got it like that. She definitely got it like that. So, what is your motivation? Like
My
now,
motivation is like, so when I came home, I was so blindsided of everything that I lived because it was normal.
hmm
All this was normal to me. Everything. Like, I lived in the projects. I lived in the village in Bay City.
I have no idea.
So, it was pretty rough.
Explain.
It was rough. I can't even explain because, hey, I have love for the village. So I don't even want to talk about it. But just know it's rough.
See, they gotta see, they gotta visualize the rough. So,
So
yeah, we gotta hear about this.
basically, if you ain't from around there, you ain't gonna be there too long. They're gonna push you out.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's basically like private property.
You said private property. So in this little town, Bay City. Boy, what the country gonna do, man?
You'd be surprised.
Continue.
So what was I see? I lost track. Where was I?
Oh, we was talking to it was Bay City.
Yeah.
And then I want to know like you was like it was rough with the village.
Okay,
And
so
then
like living. Okay, so if like I said, I thought all this was normal.
yeah.
Like everything was normal to me. Like living in the projects, just hand me outs.
hmm
With family, being on food stamps, living check to check. That shit was normal because everybody around me lived like that.
hmm
So when I came home from prison, and I thought about all that when I was locked up.
hmm
All that rang a bell to me like, damn, this shit wasn't normal. So when
mm
I came home, I wanted something different. So that's when I said, I had no choice but to work now, you know.
Yeah.
So I really had never worked. So that was new to me too. I never really paid rent. That was new to me because I lived in the projects. Or my baby daddy.
Uh-huh.
So all this is like new. So that's why I got a job. And I was like, can't get government assistance now because I'm middle class with the money I'm making
Okay.
at the thing. So I'm like, what the fuck you mean I'm middle class? Like I'm poor. Like I literally don't even have money to wash clothes.
Uh.
But I'm middle class. Middle class don't get help. And mind you, I'm just out of prison. And to them, to the food stamp office, I'm balling. I'm balling. Like, no, I'm literally crying because I'm barely making it. And then, like, I never realized rent was $1,700 because I never paid rent.
Oh, so you were just chilling
I
basically
got my house in 2 months after being home.
2 months?
Yes,
And that's just renting out renting a house.
renting a house. So after 2 months of being home, I finally got a home for my kids that I didn't have yet. So I had this big old 3-bedroom house, no kids.
And paying 17.
Because in my head, my kids were gonna come home soon.
So how long did it take?
It took me about a year.
A year? So all of them was with you within a year,
No,
except one.
just the oldest and the youngest were with me off and on. My son was in college at the time. He was living on the dorm at U of H.
Okay.
Okay. But the baby was with me as soon as I came home. And she was a little, like maybe 4 or 5. Like she was 6. Because I had her right before I went to prison. So she was 6. She was a baby when I went to prison.
Oh, wow. So that means the only thing she knew was like you.
She just knew my mama.
Yeah, and then they, of course, they was bringing her.
Yeah.
And that's how.
So she knew I was her mom because she came to see me every weekend.
Like how was that mentally? Like, I got to hear this story.
Mentally?
Yeah, like I got to hear that.
Mentally, I was suicidal, but nobody knew it. Because everything I was fighting for, nothing was falling into place.
Mm.
And I was literally fighting with all these family members who had my kids. My kids didn't know my kids that were Kindle, my 2 of them, the 17-year-olds, they only knew the story that their family told them about me. So they hated me.
Mm.
So I had to reverse that. Like, that's not me. Get to know me yourself. Don't listen to nobody else. So it was hard. My kids didn't know how to love me.
Mm.
And so it was mentally, I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Because all I wanted was to love them. Like, my thing was to come home, get them, and I thought everything was going to be normal. But that was the fucking challenge. For my kids to get to know me. For me, not from what they heard.
How long did that take to mend them relationships?
It took a while. Like, maybe like 2 years. Not for my son, because he's older. We always had that.
Mm-hmm.
He was angry with me, but we still had, one thing about me and my kids, we sit down and talk about these things. We have lived past it, but it's because we sit down and I've actually told them, like, it's okay to be angry with me. I fucked up. I take that. I'm not going to sit here and make an excuse for it. I fucked up. Y'all have a right to be angry, but express it to me.
Yeah.
Express it to me so I can answer, like, if you feel like that, let me answer something to it. You know what I mean? Because you might not, what you're thinking might not even be the answer. And we did. We have those discussions.
That deserves like a real like round of applause, because that is like so powerful, because your kids was without you for so long. You got to come back home. You got to mend that relationship with those kids. It's like y'all had some powerful crying times. I know y'all do.
Oh, we still do. Because we do family day every Sunday, and we talk about so much stuff. Like, we bring up so much stuff. Like, my son will bring up stories. Like, Mom, we made it. We made it out.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like toasting to that.
And my son tells the younger ones, like, y'all are so fucking spoiled. Y'all have no fucking idea what we went through. Because they're so fucking spoiled.
Oh, yeah, because you like, man, I got to spoil y'all now. I
had to shelter them. Like, my kids don't have a relationship with a lot of my family members. Because I don't want them to. I love all my family members, but there's some things that is not healthy for my kids, and I choose to protect that. Not that I'm better, because I'm not better than them. I just don't want my kids to get drawn into anything. And think it's okay, because everybody else does it on this side of the family. So it has to be okay, because everybody does it on that side of the family. But no, it's not okay, and it's not normal, and we're not gonna even start that shit.
Changing the course of history. So, what's your plans like on expanding your business? Like, what is like your business plan?
Well, right now, like I've had my business for 3 years now, almost 4. And it's just me. My daughter was in my business with me, but she just had a baby. So I'm a new grandma.
Oh, so you're a grandma.
Yeah.
So you're a mother and a grandma.
Yeah, I'm a new grandma.
New grandma. How many
Like I
grandkids
just
you
have
got?
one, but it's like
Oh.
my first grandbaby,
Oh.
and
So
yeah, it's all fresh.
like, how does that feel? Like, I have a 15-year-old, and I know one day he's gonna have a son or a daughter,
Hmm.
and then I'll be a grandparent. Like, I'm a father now, so I'm like, how does being a grandparent feel? Like, how does that feel? Because it's not yours, but it's your
Okay, so you already went through the hard part raising your kids, and now you're financially stable. It's always our kids get screwed because we're struggling and we're trying to learn how to be a parent and learn how to do right. So when you get to the grandkids, like you can't fuck up. You got it down already. You're able to spoil them. You know, it's not like damn, how am I gonna get this gift? Like when you were the young mom, you get the grandkid whatever they want because you're already financially stable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a different type of love. It's not that struggle of confusion.
Mm.
At least for me. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean yet.
Yeah, like
But I know what you mean. But
yeah.
like me going through that.
Yeah, it was just like I said with my kids, it was like I said, I lived in the projects, I lived house to house. I wasn't financially stable, didn't have no job. So it was like, damn, Christmas is coming up. How we gonna get these gifts?
So I got a question for you on that. All right, so back then, do you celebrate Christmas?
I do.
So this is the issue I be having with Christmas, right? It's like one day it's like you're supposed to get all these gifts, right?
Mhm.
So what happened to the other 364 days of the year?
Well, that's why we, as my family, we sit down and explain it. Like it's not about Christmas. Everything in the Bible, we never know what day it really fell on. We're just celebrating it.
Because I'm
Like that's how me and my kids, because my son, he also does ministry.
okay.
So we do go to church and stuff like that. I try to go, but I don't go too much. But but yeah, my son's really into church. So he tries to explain everything to the younger kids, to his siblings.
Because
Like it's not about all that.
yeah, because
We
I believe
celebrate it by
like
choice, but he breaks everything down.
because my thing is shit. Christmas every dang year if for these kids.
You know what?
Like every
That's why
day.
my kids got one gift this year. My kids literally got one gift. What? Y'all, my son last week got some Alexander McQueen's. I'm going to prom. Okay, and well, I need these shoes. Why?
No, because you know how it is. Because we was there.
But
We was in
but
that.
he got him. He bamboozled me. He bamboozled me.
Of course, man. I'm telling you, these kids, man, they just don't know how lucky they are.
Yeah, it's like, but my kids, you know what? They don't even. It don't matter to them. Like they're over it already. You know what I mean? Because they're spoiled. Like Christmas, they get one gift.
They ain't throw no fit.
No, they're grateful. My kids are man. I'm just so blessed with my kids. Like honestly, like I'm so blessed. My kids, they like, Mom, can we go to Goodwill? I'm like, what? They like shopping at Goodwill.
Shoot, man. What a lot of people don't know.
They got
a lot
good
of A
stuff.
lot of people be thrifting.
Yeah, my kids love to thrift.
And then real millionaires, again, I be trying to tell people every millionaire I've encountered, they do not waste their money
Thank you.
on silly high fashion.
Thank you.
They do not.
No,
They shop. Man, Slim Thug posted a video.
I seen it.
And he had an H&M
Yes.
tag. I knew exactly where the tag was from because I shop at H&M. And I was like, that's H&M. And that was like H&M shorts too. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he's smart.
Mm-hmm. I seen that post.
Chad Ochocinco, smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my kids are like that. Like, Mom, let's go thrifting. Now their shoes is another story, but their clothes, they'll go thrifting. My daughter will literally, let's go to like 4 or 5 different Goodwills.
They be having them sales.
She be finding Lululemon. I don't even know what Lululemon is, but I looked it up. The jacket is like a regular sports jacket to work out in, like $200.
Huh?
Yeah.
I need to start writing this down for the simple fact it's like Cause I'm in fashion. I rock my own clothes. I love rocking my own clothes. It feels good to rock your own shit. You say $200
For a Lululemon jacket. It's like a sports jacket, like, you know, when you work out or whatever.
I'm taking a mental note because remember, if when I put out a jacket for $200, I won't hear no complaining.
No, but we literally found it at the Goodwill.
Yeah, but still,
And
I
it's
don't hear
like,
no complaining about these other folks.
my kids are smart. Like, they're grateful. I'm
So,
grateful that they're like that.
so who the two that was with your parents, right?
hmm
What was they upbringing like with your parents?
That's a whole nother story. My mom has never really been a mom. She stepped up to the plate when I got locked up. So that was something to be grateful for. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You didn't do it for us, but when I needed you the most, you did it. And I'm grateful.
She stepped into place and did. Things might not always be perfect,
Yeah.
but to do something like that and to be like, you know what, taking on that responsibility because was she a young like grandma?
My mom's in her 60s. No, actually, my mom's in her 70s.
Dang.
Yeah.
So are you the oldest, youngest?
No, I'm the third to the youngest
Third to the youngest.
out of 9 kids.
See, back then they was fucking.
Yeah.
They was doing it.
And then my stepdad had 9 other kids. So there's a whole bunch of us.
You know what? I can't say that because I got a lot of.
And I love my brothers and sisters. Like, yeah.
And they gave you that message too when you got in early. You was telling me, you was like, man, you gotta
Suck it up. And even when everything went down and they raided my house, like, my brother drove straight to San Antonio from here. You got 24 hours to get your first visit without them being on your contact list. My brother shot right over there. He's like, don't say shit. You knew what you were getting into.
What would you say, right, to a person listening to this that's been to prison, that's a woman,
That's a woman. Oh,
and that had kids as, because again, some
a
people
lot of
got
them.
the same story.
So,
So what would your advice to them be?
first off, don't ever be ashamed to go to a shelter. Don't ever be ashamed. I've been in shelters. Don't ever be ashamed to go to a shelter to get off the ground. That's actually a blessing because you don't have to pay no bills and you can stack your change. Like, some people don't have places to go when they get out of prison. I know that because I was locked up with them. Don't be ashamed to start from the bottom. Don't. Don't be ashamed of handouts. Don't be ashamed to ask. It's out there. The money is out there to hand out to y'all. Like, literally, it is. But don't give up. So many people come home and they have that, oh, I feel sorry for myself. Why? You could do it. I did it. So that's why I always tell people when they're like, oh, da 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 da, especially men. Oh, I hate when a man walks up to me and they're like, oh yeah, I just got out of prison. Woo woo woo. Okay, and where's your kids at with their mama? Who do you live with? The family member? So what the fuck is your excuse? Because we women have to fight for our kids back. Y'all men come home and y'all don't have to do that because 9 times out of 10, the women's gonna hand you your kid back and want you to be in their life. We as women, we have to come home from prison and fight for our kids back. They don't see that. So I don't feel sorry for men who come out of
Dang, man, you hear that?
I don't feel. I mean, I'm saying,
sorry for you.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel sorry for them when they're like, oh, da da da, dude. No, y'all actually have it. I feel like it's easier.
You feel like it's easier for
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah, because everybody hires felons these days.
I'm about to say, man, it definitely be a lot of cooks that be felons.
Yeah, not just everywhere. Everybody hires felons these days. I know that because one of my clients, she works for like a staffing agency. She's like, it don't matter. We get them on. You just got to get on through a staffing agency first. After you get in through the staffing agency, if they love your work, You're not under that staffing agency no more. That company will automatically pick you up. That company might not hire you at the beginning because they don't hire felons, but you could always get hired under a staffing company.
Mm.
Free game.
I heard that, right? So ain't no excuse to be just laying up playing Xbox.
Exactly.
And my thing is too, again, I be very transparent with people. Like people be seeing me, they be seeing me doing my acting thing. They see me doing my podcast thing. They be seeing me in movies and stuff like that. Well, y'all gonna see me in movies because I'm filming and stuff. But I tell people straight up, I'm like, bro, I still be Ubering.
Yeah.
I left a nice paying job to go after my dream because fuck living basic, I'm taking risk.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
So I'm like,
there's so much to do these days. I ain't gonna lie, COVID was a fucking blessing. As far as money wise.
I'm about to say I didn't panic during that though.
No, you know what? I didn't either.
A lot of people did it because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, if they shut everything down, I'm like, well, look like I'm gonna have to force work for myself because first off, I'm not getting that shot. So and they was like, well, it's already
COVID boosted my business. Like
I was like, what?
Boosted it.
See, look at that.
Yeah, because everything was shut down. So I couldn't even work out my building because I'm in a medical building.
Mm-hmm.
So, they were shutting down everything. So what did I do? Baby, I did house calls. I'll go to your house and take care of you. Y'all ain't stopping my money.
You talking about with the injections?
With the aftercare. So aftercare is basically when somebody has surgery, you got to do their aftercare. Like they have to have massages.
Care of stuff like that.
So I would just go to their house because I couldn't work out my office. So I'm going to go to your house. And y'all have to charge you more.
See, like, she over here just sitting on bankrolls like.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying, like, there were, and I did, what is it called? DoorDash, too. Oh, DoorDash was a blessing.
See, I was still at the work because at the time I was at the ghetto. For y'all that don't know what the ghetto is, that's the 9 to 5 that I used to work. And that's what I call it because it is ghetto. Once your mentality change, you can start seeing that it's actually really ghetto. So I got furloughed. So I didn't know when I was gonna go back. They said we were supposed to go back at a certain time. It was like, man, you'll probably be back around like May. May came, no call back. I'm looking like, ooh, shit. Hopefully because I ain't never been on unemployment in my life until COVID happened. But they was giving out that extra money too. So I was like,
okay.
Hello. I was like, shoot, I ain't ever just like really just sat home and like chill. But I couldn't chill because there's a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time, like difficult stuff, personal stuff. And my brother caught COVID. And it was like, but my business, I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? People need a mask.
Mm-hmm.
I was capable to get a mask. I got the machine I used today I bought during COVID. Best thing I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
For the simple fact, you go try to find a machine now, they trying to damn near charge $900 for it. And I got it for way less than that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like...
And it taught me it was like, I can survive.
Yeah, that's what it taught me too. Like, same thing. Like, honestly, like I said, where I was before, I would have never thought I would end up where I'm at today.
So, if yourself today went back in time and was like, man, you about to be in prison, like your daughter's gonna testify against your ass.
I wouldn't change none of it. Prison taught me a lot. It humbled me. It taught me to be responsible. It taught me to be grateful. It taught me a lot. If I would have never went to prison, I'd probably be dead. I was bad. I was careless. Very careless.
And now grateful. Humble. Business owner.
I'd probably still be in my neighborhood. Like if I wasn't dead, I'd probably still be in Wharton.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
man, shout out to the people that's got the mentality they can just stay at home and live at home. Respectfully, I knew Killington was not where I was gonna spend it.
Yeah. Kendallton is smaller than Wharton.
Way smaller.
Yeah, it's like a block.
Hey, hold on, hold on. Well, we ain't gonna do that. We not about to play
Hey,
for
I live
home
literally
tap.
down the street from you.
Still, but
Like literally.
like, come on now, like, whoopsie. Like, come on, Fat. You can't be doing this like
Yeah, I know. Great.
y'all. First off, y'all love Kendallton. Everybody loved Kendallton.
Back
coming
in the
down.
day.
Yeah, back in the day,
Yeah.
cause it was like party, like they be partying and all that.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to the listeners on Facebook.
We love y'all,
see y'all.
Kendallton.
Even though she tried to play us.
No. I mean, like I said, I grew up with his family. So, well, he's not here right now, but I grew up with a lot of people from Kendallton. A lot of people.
Real quick, if y'all have not seen this water on the table, is yo boys. So what was that? No.
Gracias.
De nada. I know a little bit. Piquito. Oh, piquita, because you gender.
Poquito, same thing. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't. It made me who I am.
I like to see the growth. I ain't know the past, dude,
Mhm.
but just visualizing is like you out there young and reckless, like we all been young and reckless. And to sit here now in your business owner, you got a relationship with your kids. Like, that shit powerful. And then you didn't let like that negativity, that circumstance you was in back there just define the rest of your life. You was like, no, I
Mm-mm.
gotta be better. I gotta grow.
No.
I gotta do something better.
Yeah.
Like that story is inspirational.
Because
That
I had
story is
people that
powerful.
I knew from home who were in prison with me that I knew. And when we came home, I'm like, I try to help them. You know, like,
Mhm.
I'm going to give back. Let me help you. But some people just don't want help. You know, like, it's not for, change isn't for everybody. You know, they're content.
I don't think I can ever be.
But some people, our next subject later on, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by some people are just content. But that's another story.
Got you. 'Cause,
Yeah.
dude, we don't have to do no. We can do what part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, docu.
I'm telling you, I got some stories.
stories.
I got some stories.
All right. Because before we go, right? What's your goals for the year?
So I am going back to school,
4.
still doing cosmetic stuff. So I'm going to
Okay.
start doing just a little more with the BBL enhancement, injections, you know.
So the BBL, the Brazilian butt lift, right?
hmm So once I finish school, I start school in May.
All right. So what's the like? How do they do that? Because I got
How do
questions.
they do what?
Like the Brazilian butt lifts, because
Mm.
like the fake asses.
Well, there's so many ways to do it now, you know.
All right. So
So there's the lipo way where they transfer the fat.
that's what K Michelle had.
Okay, so there's that. And then there's the injections.
So which one did you get?
I got lipo with BBL.
So basically the stomach to the ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's still technically. So your
My
ass.
ass.
So your no, technically that's your stomach. Your ass be eating now. Or every time you eat, it be going straight to.
Well, I don't have too much. I only weighed 115 when I got it. So I didn't get too much ass.
Oh, so you just
Yeah, I was real skinny.
did it feel? Do it feel different? Like,
Yeah.
like
If, you know, honestly, if I could go back with that, I never would have touched my body neither.
why? But why did you do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You was saying Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, it was honestly, yes, it was.
See y'all.
It was
the
that.
TV be. See the TV.
I'm not gonna
really be
lie,
doing
that's
it to
what
y'all.
it was. It was.
The TV really be doing.
Because
it.
now that I think about it, like, you couldn't tell me shit when I didn't have an ass. I already thought I was all that. Like, I already had high confidence.
Yeah.
Now I critique myself. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, this could be fixed. Da, 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 da. You know, like, oh, that's not perfect. Like, I paid all this money and da, da. So if I could go back, I would have kept my original body because I didn't do all that. Like, I got dressed and I was like, damn, I look good. You know?
Mhm. All right. So then you got the chest done. So is that transfer or like
Implants.
implants? How does that feel?
I hate them. They are 6 pounds on my back.
So you see, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I clip this part. But the fact is, like, you did this And you don't even like it now?
I mean, I'm okay with it, but I'm saying women don't look at the pros and the cons of it. Like, first of all, you got to take them out every 10 years.
So you got to go back and have another surgery.
Yeah,
So when you 50, so when did you get them done?
I have them for 2 years now.
So 2 years.
Yeah,
So
before I turn 50, I'm gonna get them out because it's not good to go under the knife after 50.
so you don't go back to your regular chest.
Mm, no, just a smaller implant because my skin's really stretched, so I would have to just get another lift and a reduction and an implant. So I do it all over again.
Oh hell
That's what I'm
no.
saying. A lot of people don't know they don't know the background of it. They don't know you have to research it. They're not educated on it. They're like, and like I said, this is 6. Can you imagine walking around with 6 pounds on your back all day? Like it hurts.
See, that's why I'm glad I'm a man.
Yeah. And
Because
the majority of the women regret it. I'm not gonna lie when it comes to the implants.
mm,
The majority.
where there y'all go? Majority of women regretted the implants.
Hmm.
So that's the only work you had done?
Hmm.
Just ass and titties
Tell me.
and tummy. Well, yeah, because so the ass you can never reverse that.
Hmm.
You can reverse that too. You just suck it out. So how does lipo actually work? Like, is it like, because I ain't never seen it, because I really ain't want to just
They
watch the
basically
video.
suck the fat out and they separate it.
So is it like a vacuum?
Basically, yeah. They suck it out with the Kenyan.
See that now y'all got me. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of got me interested, like on some weird shit.
But it's already going out of style. I feel like it's going out of style. Like a lot of my clients come in, they're like, yeah, they go like at the beginning when it was so popular and everybody was doing it. Everybody was going like 2-3 rounds because they wanted that big ass, that Nicki Minaj ass.
But that shit looked terrible.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So what women don't get is when you have the BBL and you gain weight, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna go to your ass. So your ass is gonna grow, grow, grow. So
that means you gotta definitely watch what you eat.
no, I've never been a big person. This is the biggest I've ever been my whole life.
After the 5 kids, see,
Yeah.
that's wild. Well, did you have fun today?
I did. I enjoyed this.
See, the nervousness just gone. I ain't even have to use the cards. Y'all, I was about to put the cards on them. You know what? Actually, I am. I'm still gonna do it. We're
No.
gonna end the show like this. We're gonna end the show just like this. So let's see who gonna win.
Mm.
Wanna cut and then pull one? Oh, she going in the deck like that. I was gonna pull off top, which I still am. Damn it. 6. Jack. You can ask me anything you want.
Okay. I don't know what to ask you because I just met you.
People be so damn scary around this.
So, okay. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to ask you.
When you put people on the spot,
Hey, for real.
they just don't be knowing.
I know we don't. Now maybe when I get to know you a little more, then
Just ask a question, you'll get to want to get to know somebody.
So what is your life goal?
My life goal?
Your life goal.
My life goal is to have the biggest brand in this universe. And I mean the biggest brand. First off, for a lot of people don't know, other people, you yourself are a brand. You can brand your damn self. You don't have to follow other brands. So with that being said, I've never wanted to be like everybody else. I'm different. I believe with every fiber in me that I can be the best ever to do whatever I put my mind to. So, with fashion, yes, you can't tell me nothing. Acting, I'm going to be the number one actor in America universally, and you ain't got to give me an award for me to recognize that. Podcasting, you looking at them, best podcaster. It just, anything I do, I want to be the best at. And then
Never doubt
leaving it.
yourself.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
my
that's
motto
the
is making
thing.
dollars into believing.
Never doubt yourself.
So, and creating generational wealth, not only for me, not only
Yes,
just
that's
for
so
me and my
important.
family, for everybody else and their family. That's why I have this platform for people to
Yeah.
come on. They can share their stories. It don't matter what type of so-called social status you got.
Mhm.
You got a story you want to share, come rock with your boy. Like, come rock with your
Yeah.
boy and let's set this thing off and let's push the needle. It's about me helping other people too, as well as me helping
Exactly.
myself. Because bro, I'm a millionaire and it ain't starting with financially what y'all think it is. It's really
Yeah.
up here. Because before you can physically have it, it got to be up here first.
And they got to learn how you're going to keep it, you know?
Exactly.
Like, you can't have $1 million and just go blow it. Like, how are you going to make it consistently rotate?
And you want to have something to pass down to your kids.
Exactly.
And keep this generational wealth going, because it's a lot of shit out here that we don't take advantage
Yeah.
of.
And you know what would be a good topic to talk about one day? Like, life insurance.
Oh, no. That's definitely
Like, people don't understand the importance of life insurance.
See, the day I do a round table, it's gonna be something, but y'all just gotta wait for that. But you got any last words before we dip? How's the water? It's good.
It's good. No, just thank you for having me here. And I would love to come back if it's possible.
Oh, it's possible. It's possible.
And I hope the story touched somebody. You know what I mean? Like, don't give up. Like, do not give up. It's possible. And you're going to.
It's possible.
You are, like I said, literally when I was fighting for my kids and I like I had my house and it was empty, like I would have mental breakdowns. But I never gave up and it all paid off. It all paid off.
We're going to leave it there. It all paid off. Tip Tax. Damn, I almost messed up my own damn name. Tip-tastic.
Alexis.
Peace. Love. Always love. Haggeries. We out this bitch.